ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Humanity Never Dies. In the last episode, we were given the location of a supply drop, which we sent the team along with our newly made Icarus armor. There, we hacked a codex and enabled an avatar to teleport in to stop us. The mission was brutal for our newer operatives, but we successfully managed to recover ample supplies for ourselves. Once back at the Avenger, we completed several researches, covert ops, and supply drops, leading us straight to our goal, the chosen stronghold of the Hunter. The rooms were cleared with flawless precision, and we dealt with the Hunter with similar expertise. Strike after strike, blow after blow, there is now only one more chosen to go. We begin this episode, as most episodes begin, on the main campaign map, just to hang around and figure out what we need to do. I've actually only got one drop, and also then the intel person. Black Market is the actual name. So we're kind of running out of things that we can do in the general vicinity other than go and attack the alien facilities, and also then covert ops coming through. So that's always nice as well, I guess, although even those are running a little bit low as well. So who knows what's coming on at the moment. There's not really much choice that we can go. A superior weapon upgrade would be great. Alien loot would also be pretty good, because that will get us things like Elerium crystals or an Elerium core, maybe some general alien tech. We're going to send Shalong and Vandervoort over on that operation for now, and then we're going to continue on our scanning. Hopefully we'll get something to do soon. We've got Proving Ground all done. We've got the Plasma Blaster, so I think that's it's a line shot, similar to Null Lance. Avatar project getting scarily closer to the end goal. And another alien facility constructed in Europe, and there's another 2 there, and then Guerrilla Ops. So a lot of action happening in a very short period of time there. Got 202 supplies from the one in New Arctic. We've got one in New Australia, which will give us a engineer, which we really don't want to do, so it's kind of like although it does counter the poisonous rounds one, which could be interesting. And then the Western US one will be a scientist, which will guarantee reinforcements on all Guerrilla Ops. I think we're going to go for the New Arctic one just because of the supplies, and like poisonous rounds aren't that bad. The guaranteed reinforcements on that back because that's technically more experience. We're going to be taking a new team with us, so we're going to be taking Floyd Fournier, Shen, Fang, Ahmed, and Motorel, with the Ahmed-Floyd combo going to prove invaluable, I am sure, as we take them on this Guerrilla Op. So we begin ourselves inside a subway by the looks of things. We are unconcealed due to the high alert dark event that's going on at the moment. It's going to be on every single mission up until the next supply drop, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, this is a protect the data interceptor device mission, so the aliens are going to be trying to destroy a device, and we have to kill the aliens before they manage to do that. So it shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to have to go up as fast as possible. The issue is that we don't have a lot of intel as to exactly where we need to go, and there seems to be a massive wall dividing us from the rest of the map there. So going to put Ahmed up in heights, which is always a good plan. We're going to rush Floyd up as far as he can go, because of his superior shadow as well as his superior vision. We're going to look, we can see that there is a doorway that is open over there, as well as several closed doorways nearby. We can see one there, it looks like a fire escape of some kind. I do really like this map. It just looks really lifelike in how it's all developed, and it looks reasonably abandoned. I'm not entirely sure whether or not that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's an abandoned subway. We get to see, we hear a chrysalid attack the device there, so that's always fun. But yeah, I would assume lore-wise that the Advent would have closed all the subways and would have built like ridiculously fast mag trains or something. Floyd going to go around the corner, going to see if he can spot any enemies, but still cannot. So he is going to dash up. He does then spot some enemies. We can see a lot actually, a lot of chrysalids, Gatekeeper, Faceless, and more chrysalids. So quite the party that we're going to have to deal with, but they are also reasonably far away from us. Now, we're already unconcealed, so there's nothing preventing us from just kicking and booting open that door just because there's no one going to be there. Then going to move up with the rest. We've got Quentin, who's actually got the Warlock's Disruptor Rifle. So that'll come in handy as well. And the rest of the team are going to set up at the end of this corridor. And then the plan is from the end of the corridor, we'll be able to have shots along the corridor. You see the chrysalids going to attack the device. More chrysalids come through. There's just a bunch of chrysalids by the looks of things. And then we can see Gatekeeper, Faceless, and it looks like an Advent Stun Lancer also. So it's pretty good overall. We've got Fournier and Chen, so we've got 2 heavies on the mission. I think Chen has been given the Blaster Bomb. I'm going to have a kill zone from Ahmed. Put a Claymore over there from Floyd, although you might need to move up to get a much better Claymore off, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. His Claymore has such a massive range. But yeah, it's pretty good. Then we're going to move up with Chen. I feel like it was probably a bad idea to make Ahmed go into kill zone straight away. It's also, yeah, Blaster Bomb. Good old thing. Just because we could have shot the Claymore with the sniper rifle rather than the Blaster Bomb, which is apparently what I'm going to be doing. No range on the normal thing, so we're just going to go for a Blaster Bomb. I'm going to try and hit as many of them as possible, as well as striking. As you can see here, I will be striking at, or trying to get as many of the crystals as possible, whilst also trying to get the what's it called, the Gatekeeper. Or I'm just going to go for the crystals. Really, it's kind of unknown as to what's going on right now, but I have fired. It looks like it's going to be mostly crystals, and then hopefully the shrapnel will go off as well. And it does. Look how beautiful that was. And then we got some kill zone coming through. I guess that's fair enough. There we go. 1 shot off. 2 crystals died from there. I guess the second kill zone shot just didn't go off. Or didn't go visually off, because it looks like 2 of them died from there, but a lot of damage done. Floyd actually gets himself a level up from that as well. That was one of the most beautiful things. The use of the shrapnel plus the additional action is amazing. The double explosion basically is just ridiculous, which I guess is the point of it in the end, so all good. Going to send Motorel off. He's going to do a long road way round. And then that's going to lead the enemy to the next thing. So Chrysler goes and attacks the device. It has taken a hefty amount of damage, to be fair. Although the Gatekeeper and the Faceless haven't attacked it yet and haven't been activated either. Because Floyd is still in shadow, which is really nice for us. Because it means that we can just hang around and not really care much. Got a sting, which we're going to do on the Chrysalid to kill him. That'll also prevent the Gatekeeper's group from running for no reason, or leaving the vicinity really. We've got an Icarus jump with Fang, which once again allows her to teleport anywhere within vision on the field. That's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to try and activate them so that they go forward. She's then, and that doesn't use up an action, so she can retreat with a full move as well. So it activates all of them. Man, Faceless are huge. In any case, Gatekeeper comes up. It does not quite enough to destroy anything, but she can throw an axe at the Faceless, which is exactly what she's going to do, which causes him to burn, and then she can just run away. Or she's going to run and gun and run away. I guess run and gun and go into Overwatch. Very good choice to do there. Ahmed doesn't have any shots, she's just going to go into Overwatch. Motorel's going to open the door, going to go into Overwatch. Chen is going to move up and go into Overwatch potentially. Unless he's got some shots with his... No, he's just going to go into Overwatch, okay. As is Fournier. So this could be a bad thing, as the Gatekeeper, if he comes up to us, may use his Gateway. Looks like Motorel misses. Chen then strikes up, also misses. Fang does not, however, but he's got tons of armor, so it doesn't really do much. Fournier then takes a strike, also misses. And then finally, maybe Ahmed. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to be a Gateway. Ah, but he does Gateway backwards. Okay. So it does gateway backwards, kills the faceless, harms his own dudes, and for whatever reason doesn't actually summon any of the... Oh, there's another faceless there. Doesn't summon any of the chrysalids back up. So very strange. It just seems a new party in general. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the gatekeeper was trying to do there. I don't know if there was some kind of bug where the chrysalids just didn't count as being active, or why the gatekeeper would use gateway without hitting us. I don't know. We got pretty lucky basically. Not going to deny that. With Fournier going to be taking the final shot on the gatekeeper, killing it outright, leaving only a bunch of relatively easy prey for us to kill now. Fang's going to go back around the corner, going to try and see if she can spot any of the enemies, but she does not, so she's just going to go into Overwatch. Ahmed's not really in the best place for where she is. It's also no place really that we can grapple with her, so she's just going to go into Overwatch from where she is. Floyd has a beautiful shot on the side with critical chance, so he's going to go and take it on the Stun Lancer, hitting it but not quite killing it, not enough to take a crit. However, he does not get revealed from it, so you take some, you learn some, I guess. It's not too bad in the end. With Motoral, then we're going to go around the side and go into Overwatch. He didn't really have the best position, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. Stun Lancer just going straight for the device continuously. They are playing the objective, which is kind of a bad thing. They're doing a lot of damage to it for sure. And those, now they've got it. I was about to say they haven't been activated yet, but now they have, so that's good for us, I guess. With the Stun Lancer rushing very close to us, as does the Faceless coming into contact with both Motoral and Fang, although both of them missed their Overwatch shots. So, where do we go from there? Well, Fang has got a really nice position up against the Stun Lancer. She could go for a slash, but she could also go for a slash with that one, which is exactly what she's going to be doing. That will allow her to... that was unnecessary. That will allow her to kill that guy and prevent any more damage done from the data device, doing a significant blow to the head. And then we're going to get Floyd, who's going the ability to shoot at and kill the Faceless with his gun, which is exactly what he's going to do. Only dealing 6 damage, so once again not killing it. Bit of a shame there. Does get spotted and revealed with that. It's not really the worst of things, because this should be done by the end of this turn, hopefully. Going to be sending Chen around the side. Hopefully he'll be able to strike at the Stun Lancer. He's just going to throw off a plasma grenade at him. That should allow his cover to be destroyed, as well as everyone else from being able to strike him. Shredding his armor also. Fournier's going to go around the sides. 27% chance, not quite enough. The plasma grenade's not quite enough to hurt him, so I'm going to use the frost bomb just to hold him in place, and that will guarantee that we can kill him next turn then. Frost bomb, such a powerful weapon, because it's instant frozen, no checks, it's great. And then strike and kill at the Faceless. So a beautiful turn there. Going to move up with Motoral as well. He's just going to go dash around, gives a nice little flank. Stun Lancer still frozen, allows us to pick and choose who gets the kill. Gonna move Fournier up, gonna try and get kills on her. Got 62% chance, strikes down, does manage to kill. And that will do it for this mission. Flawless mission, absolutely flawless, really well executed, and allows us to complete that gorilla op. So returning from our mission, we're going to see how many promotions we got. We obviously know that Floyd has promoted, but other than that, there's not much else. So yeah, it's just him on his own, so that's going to be fun to do. Jesus Christ, Ahmed has 65 kills over the course of this campaign, that's incredible. So as a major, he gets a bunch of cool things. That was pretty good, to be fair, but he's going to go for the additional Claymore, which is probably not a bad thing to do. Needle's also pretty good. Soul Harvest seems pretty bad, if I'm honest. In any case, we're going to move on from there. Just kind of enjoying looking at all of these things. Banish is also pretty good. Killing, basically just shoot something until it dies. It's interesting. I'm thinking about it. Oh no, I'm going to go with distraction. Oh, interesting, very interesting. Yeah, superior laser sight and a bunch of corpses, 202 supplies, and everyone is very happy with that. Go look, we got a bond between Ahmed and Fang. It's going to go up to level 3, so that's going to take a little while to develop, but that should be fine. Go look at what else we can build with our additional income, so we can build the Spark weaponry, which is the last weaponry that we can actually build currently. And then we're just going to head back to the campaign map to see what else we can do. We're going to sell some intel potential, so that's our second supply crate. I'm going to go for a supply crate, in fact, to get ourselves even more supplies. 2 days until Engen goes up with solid stability, which is nice and strong. I'm going to go for Inspire now, which is an alright ability. We've only got 2 left to do with Inspire, and the other one which I've missed. I can't bother to go back. Get 2 Illyrium cores from the alien loot there for our covert op. We're going to be able to look up what else we can do. New Order is alright, although that's kind of pointless actually, it's not alright. Plus 15% to our research on weapons, but we've also got all the weapons now, so it doesn't really matter. A facility lead, got some engineer, gives us a promotion, but we don't really need an engineer. Scientist, which only gives us a scientist. Might as well just go for the promotion, you know, give us a free engineer, sure. Could get Gray to do it, but it's kind of pointless. Could get Floyd to do it, which could put him up to Colonel, which is exactly what's going to happen. It's going to put Floyd up, as well as Chen. Also going to give some alloys to prevent the wounded characteristic and begin that, so that'll be nice. We'll get ourselves a guaranteed kernel for our Reaper. Supplies have been taken, actually the dark event complete, guaranteeing reinforcements, but we get 78 supplies, definitely not worth it. And we get a Gorilla Op in 7 days. I'm not entirely sure why we would want to do that, but hey. Got some new stuff at the black market, so that's exactly where we're going to go. We're going to try and figure out what's going on there, and if we can get any fun things happening. See what we can buy. A bunch of supplies, an engineer, a bunch of PCSs, which I think at this point we might want to potentially buy. We've also got some superior items. The superior speed and actually both of them are really good, to be fair. Or we can go for the crystals and alloys, which we might need as well, or equivalently choose to go for nothing, which is apparently what we decided to do. Got some sell we can do. We're going to sell all the things that aren't superior, because at this point they're very pointless. So we're selling the scope and advanced hair trigger. We're going to sell a bunch of corpses as well, just to give us a bit more supplies that we can spend on other things. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing at this point. Laser sight's gone as well, 1 Berserker corpse, a few of the chrysalid corpses are probably going to go as well as the stock and the hair trigger, mostly because there's no point in having those, they're not. The hair trigger should probably go as well, but because they're not superior, they're just pointless. They're not really the kind of thing that you want to have. You want to have everything that is superior, because that gives you the maximum amount of upgrade. An autoloader, for example, gives you 1 free reload, an advanced one gives you 2, and a superior gives you 3. So you might as well just keep all the superior items. So with the weapons that we got, we can build ourselves some armor, although there's nothing really that we can build. So we're just going to go into the items, and we're going to go and purchase ourselves a mine shield, because why not? Proximity mine is probably something that we'll buy, because why not? It's nice that we got a nanomech. I'm not entirely sure where we got it from, because I'm pretty sure we were missing one at some point, but we got one. So maybe it's just that one of the troopers was holding on to it. It's actually possible that it was being held on by Vandervoort when he was captured. It's very likely that might have been the case. In any case, that has happened now. We've got it back. Everyone's happy. Just going to look around in general. Going to see if we've got any upgrades. We're looking as well. There's our Spark. Going to look, see what we can get for it. So, going to upgrade the phase cannon as well. Can also get any kind of heavy weapon on it. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with that. As you can see, superior stuff on it. So it's a matter of what we're going to put on it. Advanced magazine, give it +2 ammunition, and the autoloader to make sure that it can reload that fast. So just generic, pretty standard upgrades. We're going to be taking the Spark in a future episode, not in the next mission, but it'll be nice to try it out, see if it's any good. Normally you get access to it much earlier, but as we've discussed before, God, it's going to take a few days before we can go on the next mission, that's for sure. As I said before, I've not unlocked the DLC, or I prevented the DLC from being played out properly. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at right now. I think I'm looking... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I was checking out. The will, apparently. Everyone seems to be tired as well, so I'm going to have to wait a few days before anyone can go out, and then we've got to wait for the will to happen. A lot of waiting around. We've got 225 supplies and not really much we can do with it. Well, that's a lie, actually. We could be spying up... we've got a hazmat vest from our thingy, from our project. Could be buying and building towers in our regions to increase our income. We can get the hunter weapons. Hunter weapons, as I alluded to in the previous episode, absolutely ridiculously powerful weapons. Absolutely ridiculously powerful. Another thing we can do with supplies is build another war suit, apparently, as well as make more powered weapons and ammo. We've got cores aplenty, so there's nothing preventing us from doing that. And it also means that our engineer in the project room will just continually doing that. In the proving grounds will just have to continue doing that. Hunter weapons have been completed, which gives us access to Dark Claw and Dark Lance, which will be really nice. And then just a generic research while we wait. The bonds have happened. Engen gets Inspire, which leaves him with only one left, which is the Stasis ability, which in my opinion is the weakest of the abilities that he can get. It's not weak, but it's the weakest. Get a supply drop then, so that removes the previous... Oh, there goes the assassin with her Shadow Step. God, I talk a lot and forget my lanes of thoughts. Oh well. I forgot now. I can't want to go back. We got 2 defeated. Here we go. And then we got Viper Ant Infestation. We're going to reveal that with our intel to figure out that it is some kind of armor. Maybe we're going to switch around. I don't think we're going to switch any of these around. I don't think we need to. The will recovery is already on there, but that's really nice. That one maybe. But it's kind of... The issue is that there's no other one for the Templars that really matter or have that kind of effect. So, cover op done, get ourselves a promotion as well as a new engineer, because why not? And then we get a lot of new covert actions which we can take. That's exactly what we're going to try and do. So we can counter the Chosen activity, which isn't a bad one to do. But if we're going to go and attack the Chosen, we won't really need to counter the Chosen activity because there won't be a Chosen to do the activity. We've got some breakthrough research, so we can have a look to see what that does. Reduce costs of a second cell upgrade by 50%, but that's not really something that we care too much about. And we're looking for all the research that we can do. Power relay goes up. Combat intelligence is a really good one at this point, although maybe a bit delayed. We could have had that a bit earlier. Reduce avatar project is probably the one we're going to go for, because it does appear for us that that's what's going up at the moment. Is a lot of the projects. Toshiba is going to be going with Mises, apparently, to get ourselves an additional mobility. They're both bonded, so why not? And we can look at our promotion with Floyd. So get ourselves to the can also get homing mine, which you can attach to an enemy, or tactical rigging, which is actually really strong, and then annihilate, which improves on from banish. We are going to go for tactical rigging because it is strong. We're actually going to get both tactical rigging and homing mine, which seem pretty strong, to be fair. Tactical rigging is strong in general, but the homing mine seems pretty strong. You're just sort of hopping around, because several times actually over the course of this campaign we've thrown a claymore on the ground, it's not done anything because people have just run away from it. Get ourselves some intel, 43 to be exact, and a supply drop is available, as well as another resource area. But it looks like I'm going to attempt to see if I can take out the Chosen stronghold for the final Chosen, the Assassin. And it looks like you can, with McEwen, Lau, Farlogo, Engen, Vimo and Kilby going on their final escapade to attack the assassin.
Advent isn't known for its forgiving nature, and we're setting out to destroy the last of the Elder's favorite pets today.
So we've descended once again into the thralls of a stronghold, and we're going to play this exactly like we did the last two, going room by room, carefully setting ourselves up at the door of each of them, basically in the same positions every time, with McEwen very far at the back, and Engen on the box just before the door to enable his null lance from happening. Get a very poor choice of movement there from what's this called? From Kilby, because the door is actually a double door rather than two doors, which took me by surprise. But that having been done, we're all good, ready to go. Going to open the door then with Lao, which is going to reveal nothing. Apparently not going to reveal anything. Going to look around. We've got an open doorway to the left, which we are going to rush to. Oh, it's not open, it's actually just because it wasn't loaded yet. Looks to me like the Ascension Chamber is literally right there, so that's this direction we are going to go in. Of course, I've been wrong in the past, but you never know. That might be where it is. Bemo's then going to dash up into position, as is the rest of the crew, really. I fitted everyone out pretty much as you would expect, which is normal. One thing that I didn't do, however, is equip Dark Lance and Dark Claw to any of my operatives. I don't know whether or not I just forgot or they weren't prepared for whatever reason, although I'm pretty sure I completed the research. Far Logo does have access to the Warlock's Disruptor Rifle, so whatevs. Looks like there are definitely aliens at the end of that doorway. Am I going to open it? Nope, I'm not going to open it yet. I'm just going to move ourselves into position. I'm going to go into Overwatch with everyone in case they come through, but it's guaranteed that they won't do so. But I do need to get myself into a better position to take on any assailants to deal with once I open the door, which we know that there are some, as you can see by the sound waves coming from the other side. So, we open up the doorway, maybe? Possibly? Ah, yeah, at this point with McEwen, I'm looking to see whether I had zone, but or kill zone or whatever it's called, but apparently not. We actually activate two different groups. We've got a group of chrysalids, very small group of chrysalids, and a group of humans. It also reveals that the room that I thought was a ascension chamber is in fact not an ascension chamber. So we're just going to use Void Rift to try and take out as many of the enemies as possible, or not take them out, but do damage to them. I'm going to try and see if I can get 4 or 3 of them. There is a fuse that we can potentially do, but that doesn't actually deal with enough of the enemies. So what I choose to do is nothing. We're going to be using our Blaster Bomb instead, which is probably, to be honest, probably not even a better... I actually think that was a bad play. I think a Void Rift would have been better. Although we do kill the Advent Trooper with the subsequent explosion from that, and it means Lao still has an ability to do that. She's going to target the chrysalids. Can she hit? Oh yeah, she can hit one chrysalid and thing. There's actually on top. There's also a turret which instantly just gets destroyed because we destroyed its platform that it was on. Although at the time, I'm not gonna lie, did not know it was there. That's completely my bad in not knowing it was there. I said my bad, it was just behind cover, didn't really target it, and it just died instantly. So it's not until just watching it now that I knew it was there. Striking out, killing one of the crystals automatically. No insanity checks from anyone, although the officer will probably get killed by Vemo. First shot doesn't quite kill him, but a 90% chance and a guaranteed kill on a miss will kill him in this effect. Got a lightning hands at the elite lancer. Oh, she does have Dark Claw. Ooh. Why didn't I take the rifle? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I didn't take the sniper rifle, and I only took the pistol. Regardless, the sniper pistol has been taken. Sniper pistol, yes. Why not? Let's just make them both the same. she kills someone. Kilby also kills someone, becomes a colonel finally, and can then slash his way over to the final enemy, killing him and clearing out both these rooms very nicely. So overall, that went super well. We're on our road to another flawless mission. I say another, the previous two were not flawless, but I know what I'm saying. We're definitely on track for it. So this is definitely not the Ascension Chamber, so we don't really want to go that way, because there's no real point in doing so. So we're just going to go to the next room, which is going to be this one. Dashing forward with all of our troopers. I'm going to reload for those who need to. Wow, Engen, that's a big movement you've got there. And going forward with Vermo and the rest. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the blaster bomb was misused. In the end, it you know, they all died, we didn't take any damage, so is it misused? That's up for debate. I feel like striking out of all the targets with Engen's insanity rolls may have been a better play, but who can know? Just have to replay the mission to figure out, hey. Right, that being done, we can open that door. We're pretty much all prepared. It's not really much need 2 reloads. Actually, we see 4 Archons straight away. Luckily for us, though, all of them do need to take checks because there's also a Blade Storm out there as well, which actually misses, but there are some checks needed because of the Icarus armor. We've got a panic going on there. No other panics induced. I think it might only affect one at a time then, or they've all succeeded other than the other ones. Got a potential for face-off to hit all of them. That's exactly what's going to happen with Dark Claw striking out. 6, 7, 6 and 8 damage with the pistol for a grand total of more than I can count straight away in my head. 28. Let's go. So a lot of damage done overall. We've got a big strike with Kilby. He's going to go straight forward as well, striking it down, doing 11 damage with Blade Master and setting him on fire. Farlogo going to go for the strike on this lad there, dealing 10 damage. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to take down as many of them as possible. There's 3 of them that we need to take down, and what's nice is that they've kind of put themselves in a good line for a certain type of magical power. So we can null lance all 3 of them in one strike. This is the perfect use of null lance. Striking it down, dealing 10 and 12 damage to the 2 that only need like 4 damage to kill them. And one of them is also very low health. Vermo's going to go and strike it at 75% chance to hit and kill, and does so, leaving only 1 alive, but currently panicking. Does need to reload those, so that's exactly what he's going to do in this time. Leaving only Lao to do damage. Going to strike at the Archon then for 10 damage, leaving him on 2. He is still panicked, so he's just going to cower in fear and do nothing, leaving us to be able to just slash him to finish him off. 84% chance to do so with Kilby, who does so masterfully. And another flawless room. The Icarus armor very much helping us in that aspect, as well as having saved Null Lance for that room, because Null Lance, able to take out multiple enemies in one strike, was very good. So we've got a door over here, and you can see the wall and the floor, like that's obviously the Ascension Chamber there. That's exactly where we're going to go. Just got a bit of dashing to do to get to the positions where we're at. So far, mission has gone flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. Don't think I would have played it any differently, except for maybe the blaster bomb area, but it worked out in the end, so I guess we can keep it at a flawless so far. We're going to move all of our troopers next to these doors. I think Kilby still has a bit of distance to go. Don't want to open that, want to reload. Here we go. Although she's only used 1 shot so far. Engen going around to the side. Engen's only used his psychic properties and hasn't shot his boltcaster yet, so that's interesting. McEwen has, however, shot 1 shot, but with her 3 reloads that doesn't really matter. Kilby also hasn't shot anything, or he's already reloaded maybe, but he slashed a lot definitely. And Farlogo going around the side also. She has shot, but she's got like 7 shots in the clip, so it doesn't really matter what in the magazine I should say. opening up the door with Kilby. Doesn't look like there are any enemies around. So we're going to dash up to the next door, which we know is the Ascension Chamber. And from there we will be able to... So we're going to take positions up first, but from there we'll be able to attack and get to the assassin as quickly as possible. Taking positions in front of the door, as norm. I wonder what's going to be on the other side. So the issue is that we no longer have a blaster bomb. And it's kind of a really good way to deal a lot of damage, take out a lot of armor. Like if it's a bunch of mechs, that would be like a real pain to deal with. Because we don't have, unless you take just a general plasma grenade, but it's not really as good as the blaster bomb, is it? We've got access. So we're going to open up the door then with Vemo. See what's on the other side. Oh, Berserkers. Okay. Doesn't matter then with the blaster bomb, although Berserkers are pretty tough. Oh my god, they're so big. So, we do battle line. After each enemy in line of sight takes a turn, you take an action. It's pretty strong, or we're just going to shoot something twice. 100% hit, 10 damage, burning. And strike him again. Do Battle Lord. Of course, shooting only takes one action and doesn't end your turn, so it's pretty good. Dark Claw hit for whatever reason. Not entirely sure why it wasn't the... Oh, because it was Lightning Strike. I'm good at figuring out what I'm clicking. We've got 3 shots with the Dark Claw, which could hit face off. So strong with Dark Claw. Shooting at 6 damage, 6 damage, and 6 damage. Pretty even. 18 around. Enraging a bunch of the Berserkers there, pretty much all of them. Kilby going to use his Icarus jump to get behind the enemy lines. It's such a ridiculously powerful suit, it's ridiculous. So ridiculous. But it gets him behind the enemy lines, puts him in a nice place to get some critical strikes down. With his shotgun managing to do so. 14 damage done. And hair triggered as well, so he's going to get another shot in, which kills one of the Berserkers. Already one down. Far Logo has a 100% chance to hit both of these, so she's going to go for the one on more health, dealing 11 damage. Lao then going to try and take this one out, but actually misses, and one of the rare misses from Lao. And Engen has got the ability, he's got 1 left. Doesn't have stasis, but he can Insanity or Soulfire, or also Void Rift. Or just throw a Frost Bomb. Guaranteed freeze. That's exactly what he's going to do. So that only leaves 2 Berserkers, one of them dies from the burning, guaranteed 1 damage, and they only have 1 HP left, so he's down, so it leaves only 1 left. If he goes towards Vemo, Vemo has the swords scale. How do I keep forgetting what it's called? The one where you strike the enemies if they come within 1 square of you. And also Kilby has the same. Random pause in the game, it does happen a lot. For whatever reason the Berserker did not move. Either he was stunned by the fact that his friend is frozen. I'm not complaining. Easy free kill, why not? At this point Vemo's going to go around, he's got a 100% chance to hit the frozen Berserker, so he does so. Berserker's now burning and frozen, which doesn't seem like that should work, but that is exactly how it's going to work. 100% chance to hit with... Oh, it looks like Kilby I'm going to go with. What am I doing? Am I trying to get experience? That might be what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to try and kill him off with the very easy 12 damage there with the powered crossbow, and then strike from McEwen. With the Berserker dead, we're going to do another bit of our fast forwarding. We're going to get ourselves over to the Ascension Gate. And once we're all on the gate, we can then go and strike at the Assassin. Going to reload, going to do all of that beautiful stuff. But as we head into it, let us reflect on the fact that this is the final chosen. For whatever reason then it said, oh, well, you finally found the Ascension Gate, even though got still one guy actually on it, but whatever. But yeah, this is the final chosen. We defeated 2 of them. We're about to hopefully defeat our 3rd, and from there we're going to be able to get ourselves a nice spring and step directly into the avatar project, try and finalise that. But first, let's go and defeat the assassin. So as you can see a little bit of the map, there are no raised positions, so that kind of sucks, but it's also very open, which means that we get a lot more vision around the place. There is quite a lot of cover though, although there is no raised position. So first off we're going to see the enemies. We've got a priest and a purifier, so probably the weakest welcoming party that we've seen so far. Said it is a priest, they are rather annoying. And what we can do is we can strike at it with the hail of bullets to guarantee the hits, because he deserves exactly that. 11 damage done from Lau, and then we can go and strike at him with others. Apparently not going to be using the domination on him, probably not a bad thing. Using the bowcaster, striking, and luckily for us he dropped some loot which says Ole. I just actually saw, that was strange. Luckily for us he doesn't stasis, which is nice, so that's guaranteed and all good. A random whiplash that we could do, but that's not really necessary. 71 damage or justice. Is that a good idea? If he explodes, that would be a very bad move. Striking him down for 7. Got potential for lightning hands. I feel like that's just a bad move. Once again doesn't explode, but I feel like that was very risky. That could have done a lot of damage. That could have, we were on a road through a flawless victory and put it at risk there, but it's Xcom, you don't get anything without a bit of risk. We're going to dash up with Kilby, going to take the flanking part over there. We're also not going to, I'm not going to risk moving anyone too close to activate the assassin quite yet. Want to get ourselves into good positions. Going to reload with a lot of our troops because they kind of need it, especially since Lau has just used up the hail of bullets to kill the priest. Get ourselves an advance, auto reloader, and something that I missed. Then a reload there with endgun. That's probably the furthest distance we can go without activating the assassin. We don't particularly want to do that, as I said, we don't want to do that, definitely. McEwen going to get herself into the highest point that she can, although I do still want to be close enough to the sarcophagus so that I can shoot it. Am I going to risk it? Oh, I am going to risk it. Looks like the assassin's going to be coming out. Everyone, that was a bad move from me. I do not want the assassin showing yet.
At last, a true battle. You have done well, Xcom. Know that you have earned a good death.
Oh, we've earned a good death. Let's hope we don't give her that, because we don't particularly want that. Let's see what the assassin's got on her. She's going to be very tough. So, Shadow Step, which is awful. Immune to melee, which is also awful. General, brutal, and Soul Stealer. So there's a lot of crap. And then Shell Sock, which means you can increase damage from explosions, which is fun. But yeah, she doesn't get hit by Overwatch. Doesn't get hit by melee, which means you can't use Kilby's super awesome axe attacks. Overwatch literally pointless to use in that aspect. She can call in a bunch of dudes. It's awful. It's not great. And look, there we go. Payback directly at Kilby, showing him that she can slash him, but he can't. And then General, straight away, we got 4 troopers on the board. So this is going to be a very tough fight. It's going to be a very tough fight. Luckily, got some people on Overwatch. Unluckily, they all bloody miss. Oh, well, I mean, in the end, oh, I take that back. Got some Blade Storm going on as well. A lot of Blade Storming. Really good Blade Storming. So, managed to get a lot of them out, and the assassin just rushes really far away from the fight. So, how do we even start? Well, we can Icarus jump, which is always a good start. Oh, such an overpowered thing, I love it. Which puts us nicely into an area where we can get critical strikes on our dearest enemy. We've also got a domination, which I am going to use as a 100% chance because of our incredible sight amp. I don't know whether or not it's a good idea because I just used it. Like I could have waited on the reinforcements to see what was coming through, but it's a trooper. Like it's an extra gun, it's an extra enemy we don't need to worry about. Gonna kill the others quite quickly. 11 damage done there, bit of an overmuch, but hey. Still not going to be using Kilby quite yet. Instead we're going to focus on what else we can do. Healing Kilby probably a really good idea actually, in case she has another trick up her sleeve. Healing him up by H, which puts him up to full. And then we can run and gun with Farlogo, who's going to go around the side, get a nice flanking shot on that enemy, which will kill it. It's more than an ambush, mate. Took 15 damage. So that leaves us with Lau and Kilby. Lau doesn't really have the best position to go and strike at the Chosen. She's also got 4 turns left before a hail of bullets is back. But she can fire off an explosive, although she's not going to do that. That's fair enough. We do get a flanking shot there from Vemo, however. But first we're going to use Kilby to rend off her armor, dealing 14 damage on top of the 3 rends. 100% chance to hit with Vemo, striking her down for 10, also burning her. So she's taken quite a bit of damage already. Lau, however, not really a good amount of distance there. It goes into Overwatch, but it's kind of redundant because she can't get hit by Overwatch. It's only her turn. She's going to go around the side. I think she's going to use Harbour Wave, actually, is what she's going to use. Striking at Lau, I believe. Yeah, striking her down, which only dazes her and also does strike Farlogo. So, managing to get quite a few of us with that. And I'm going to go around the side to get Farlogo back up straight away. Which apparently just happens when he steps next to her. Which is nice. Then he's going to go and pick up the loot. Get ourselves an advanced scope. It's not bad. Vemo's going to go around then to get Lau. For whatever reason, that one we need to do. Oh, it's possible that Engen actually has a special ability that does something because of his psionicness. 83% chance to hit there. That's a really high percentage, considering. Could be because she's burning, but it might also just be another reason. McEwen going around the side there, doesn't have a shot because her sniper's out. She can go into Overwatch for that time. Kilby going to go around the side there, going to try and get another critical strike from behind. Does manage to do it, doing 16 damage. Not enough to kill her, but definitely enough to put her on low enough to kill her in a future shot. Especially if Lau goes for it, because she does a guaranteed 3 damage. I think that should be more than enough. Elite Trooper is going to go next to the sarcophagus. They're going to go in Overwatch there. Yeah, she's on 1 HP, so Lau just needs to hit her once, because that will guarantee the damage. I don't know what I'm doing, just hit her. Yeah, you've got... There we go. Oh, it actually does manage to hit her regardless. So 9 damage done. The Chosen is down. So we have to wait for a moment for the game to comprehend what's just happened. But also then get the sarcophagus is back. Oh, Lau actually unlocking the kernel there. We've also got reinforcements coming in though. Luckily next to where all of our optics are. Our first reinforcement is a tiny, teeny chrysalid. That's going to be a bit of a problem. He goes around, got Retribution, which does 8 damage and burns it, so already some free damage going on. And the next one is a Advent Officer. Interesting choice. That probably would be better than an Advent Trooper to mind control, but you can't get what you want all the time. Missing with Dark Claw there, although apparently gets a second shot for some reason. Oh, because of Guardian, where there's a 50% chance that you'll do another Overwatch shot, so does manage to hit him once with the Dark Claw, so that's good. Now going to go around the side over here. Doesn't get any shots on the sarcophagus, and she needs to get there as quick as possible. And again, does get some shots, so he's going to go with the Shadow Bolt, Shadow whatever it's called. I know what I'm doing. Reloading with Vemo, who is then going to just strike a slash at the chrysalid, successfully taking him out. Got a lightning hands which we can do on the Advent Officer, which does actually kill him for a critical 9, which is amazing. That means we don't need to worry about him at all. Just strike everything at the sarcophagus instead to try and get it down. Kilby's going to have to dash very far from where he is. I looked to run gun, but I feel like I'm not going to get in range regardless, so there's no real point, and there's no point going into Overwatch, although there probably would have been in case we don't manage to take down the sarcophagus, which, due to the amount of damage we actually have on the field and the fact that Loud didn't manage to go there, we don't have enough to take it down this turn. So rapid healing at 75%. An Archon appears. We do have the Archon armor around when he panics straight away. So good for us, you know. And then the next reinforcement is a other officer. Probably because the assassin is a general, maybe? I don't know if that has any aspect of that. So, 2 enemies, a panicking Archon and a Advent officer, but Lao goes for the target, which is going to be the sarcophagus. Very important to take that down as quickly as possible. Anchor needs to reload, which is exactly what he's going to be doing. Try and take it out. You can probably do it in one shot. It doesn't roll high enough. You need to roll 2 more damage to take it out. So we're just going to use the Advent Trooper to do it. Guarantees that kill. There we go. And that will spawn the assassin once again at the end of the turn, so we can just focus on taking out the Advent Officer as well as the Archon, maybe, if we get a chance. Don't get a flanking shot, but 75% is more than enough. Or at least it better be. And it is in this case, so everyone's happy there. Kilby able to then use the slash on the elite officer to take him out, which he does. So everything's going good for now. The Archon is basically not a problem. And Kilby actually gets up to Colonel now, so everyone's up to Colonel, I believe, at this point. Or at least after this mission they will be. McEwen, 91% chance for 69 to deal a load of damage with Deadeye. I'm not entirely sure if that was necessary. Oh, he dodged it. Imagine dodging something and still taking 9 damage. That's incredible. And the Chosen is back. Luckily that's all we have to deal with though. And the assassin doesn't actually reveal herself. Luckily we can then send out our elite trooper to try and find her. Which we do. She's on the other side over there. She's received her armor back, which is very frustrating. And kind of a bad shot for me. I should have reduced her armor before shooting with the Advent Trooper there, but kind of half panicking because the assassin's very, very strong. Farlago is going to go around the side, so I'm trying to find myself a flanking position for her, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get the chance. Farlago does have AP round, so it's not really necessary for me to lower the armor rating, but I still want to, just in general, and I don't have a shot with McEwen on the Chosen, so I'm just going to take out the Archon. I don't actually manage to roll high enough to take him out, but he should be on 1 HP now. Kilby having to run and gun. It's possible that I'm not going to be able to take out the assassin then. Kilby going down, 60% chance to hit, will reduce her armor if he hits. Also does manage to hit with a critical 11 also, so very good shot from there. We've still got 97% chance over here with Farlogo, does manage to hit for 11, leaving her on, it looks still pretty significant. We do have Hail of Bullets, however, so that will guarantee the hit and hopefully the kill, maybe? 9 damage doesn't seem like enough. No, it's not enough to kill her. Just Engen left. Looks like she's only got 4 left, and with Soulfire that should guarantee the kill, so we're going to kill her with magic. A beautiful strike to finish off the final Chosen.
You have fought well, Xcom. May you reclaim this world for your own.
And the victorious A-Team return to the Avenger with 2 very, very well merited promotions, giving ourselves a squad full of colonels. with both Lau and Kilby reaching that stage. Not a flawless because of Kilby's hits that he took. We're going to take probably Rupture. Saturation Fire is really good because it's a cone of just decimation, but Rupture is very strong, and that's exactly what we're going to go for. And Kilby going to go for Reaper. Unless I go for Rapid Fire. I do go for Rapid Fire. Amazing. Alright, there we go. That's it. That's the Assassin's gone. Get ourselves the Assassin's Ashrai and Katana, which are also amazing weapons, but we'll see what happens with that next time.